Hey guys, and welcome to something a little bit different. We're going to live stream a little bit on my Mountain Valley Farm game save. This is the Homestead Edition, extra hard, and here we are. So I was watching Old Guy Farmer, and we're just going to slow this down to 1x just for a little bit while I kind of give a little intro as to what's going on. So earlier today I was watching Old Guy Farmer do a stream on some things that he has changed to the Mountain Valley extra hard map, and I was telling him some stuff about where I was on this gameplay and everything, and he had commented that he wouldn't mind seeing the map and seeing what I've done, simply from the standpoint of kind of seeing how I've tackled the map. So we're playing on 12-day seasons, and we're already up into late summer. So we've got 4 good days of sunshine to close out our summer, and then we've got a little bit of a wet autumn in store for us. But let's see, we've got we don't have a lot over here in this shed. I've got the little tractor tree saw. Hey Frank IV, hey More Farmer. I've got pallet forks over here. Not so much going on. This is a repair bay in here. Most of our equipment is stored over here. We've got the little New Holland rake. I love this little rake. And we got this tedder that we use when we do our hay work. We've got a side coon mower. We've got the front coon mower. We've got the quad track, the Quadro Pack bale stacker. We've got the Massey Ferguson. This is like a forage harvester for grass. We put in a windmill to give us a little bit of income per day. Of course, we've got our eggs that we've got to pick up. Here we've got some hay already in here from the first cutting that we did. We've got our bale forks that take 4 bales at a time. I put this building down on the version that Old Guy Farmers reworked. He's put a different building down here. This was just grass with trees in it. We've got my current favorite little old water trailer here. Hey Danny, how you doing? This building he's replaced with a different building, but we've just got some stuff stored in here. We've got the plow. This is the plow from the mod contest. I noticed the other day that it's got a mod contest and a 3 because he got 3rd place overall. We've got a Massey Ferguson cultivator here. We've got Massey Ferguson seeder. We've got the Coon seeder and seed hopper from the Coon pack. And that's pretty much all the equipment we got. We don't really have a whole ton. We've got some silage here, and I was telling them that we got way more silage than I was expecting. This says we've got, well, it doesn't tell us anymore how much silage we've got, but we had about 200,000 liters off of a little patch of grass. I've got my favorite cheap tipper in here, and we've got 20 cows over here. And then we've been clearing out a lot of land. This was completely covered in trees. We're clearing it out right now. We still got some trees there to clear out. This area over here is completely covered in trees. We've completely cleared that out and have wheat in here. And our wheat is actually ready to harvest. So we're going to be doing that at some point. And we're working on clearing that out back there. So we have no tabbing in place, or no teleport. So we have one tractor, and as you can see, I can't jump into him. So that's one of the reasons that makes this particular gameplay extra hard, is that we can't tab into a tractor. Now, I didn't go to the extreme of actually preventing me from doing a reset. This is our only tractor we've got on the farm. It's a Case 1455 XL. We've got our log forks on the front, stump grinder on the back. and we put on narrow tires because we are running crop destruction. So as said, if you've seen my map review of this map, you'll know that the area here off to the that I'm looking at right now, that is completely covered in trees. We cleared all that out. We plowed that field. We made that field by hand. This area was covered in trees. We've cleared it out, and we're working on this other area still. And this area was wrapped in trees. It wasn't completely covered in trees. But this is where we got the grass for our silage. This area here. And I would have expected maybe at the most maybe 15 silage bales off of this field, maybe 20 silage bales off of this field, but we got way more silage off of here, or way more grass off of here with that forage harvester than I was expecting. You can see we've got some trees here that we've cut. We haven't cleared the stumps yet. We're gonna clear that area out here still with trees. We've got to get another cutting of hay off of this field. So we're going to pick up our weight, and we need to earn a little bit more income before we go and lease our harvester to harvest our grass, or our wheat, I'm sorry. So we've got our Massey Ferguson rear weight. And if you watched my video about manual logging, pretty much this is the equipment we used on that video. This is the map we used in that video. So the first thing we're going to do is measure out 8 meters. And we'll cut up some trees here. So I kind of wanted to show you where I am on the map. Show Old Guy Farmer. He was a little interested with how we were tackling the map. He was, of course, showing off today some changes that he's made to the map, and I was thinking to myself, oh man, now that I've got close to 30 hours into the map, 2/3 of the way through summer, that's not what I want to hear, that the map's been changed, but most of what he's changed has been cosmetic. He's changed the main shop a little bit. We're not going to be able to tab down there. We'd have to run down there, but we'll be down there short enough to pick up our leased harvester once we sell off a load of lumber here. We also need to get our cows some more hay. I see up in Glance. It's telling me that. So we started this gameplay. This gameplay is on hard mode. Obviously on hard mode you start with $15,000. And the way I've tackled this map is that we've not borrowed a penny beyond the initial loan that we had, that everyone has when they start a map. We've not gone out and asked for any more money. We've never been in debt beyond the initial debt that you are in. And at this point in time, we are completely debt free. We've paid off our loan. Everything that we own, everything that we have on the map or at the farm is owned, with the exception of our tipper. We're still leasing that. We haven't gotten enough free cash to buy that at this point. So we've got some logs already on the trailer here. We're just going to go ahead and load up some more. Get a nice load of logs on here. And these are the forks that I showed off at on that logging video. It's a logging trailer. Pretty much everything you see as far as the logging goes is exactly how we did it in that video. Hey, I am Vic. How you doing? I am Vic the Gamer. We're doing just a little something different right now. For those of you that have watched my Old Guy Farmer single player challenge streams, we'll be doing that later tonight. I just wanted to show you some of the gameplay that I've been doing off camera as it relates to this particular map. One of the reasons why I think that Massey Ferguson 200 forage harvester for grass, one of the reasons why I think it is maybe somehow doing more grass than it should. You're getting more output than you should with that, is because in the areas here where I've already doesn't want to cooperate. We'll just go like this. This area here we've already mowed. You can see it has a little bit different texture than the grass over there. We've already mowed this, and we got maybe 12 hay bales off of this whole big section back in early summer, and that was with what looked like full grass growth. So if I got just 12 hay bales off of this big section of grass, that's why I really think that I got way too much grass off of that other field with that Massey Ferguson harvester. This map, I'll go ahead and basically almost the entire map is in the PDA down there, or in the little mini map. It's not a big map, and there are no defined fields. So if you didn't see my video, this map has no defined fields. You're going to have to make your own fields if you want. Everything is grass. Pretty much all the fields are in some way covered in trees, as if they haven't been worked for quite a while and trees have kind of overgrown into the fields. This is your opportunity to make the fields that you want. This one log seems to be the culprit, so let's deal with him individually. Oh no. And one of the reasons we're not just leasing that harvester right now and picking it up from the store is the fact that we've got the node teleport in. So if we would lease the harvester, we would have to either drive this tractor down to the store, or basically walk to the store. That wasn't good. So by putting no teleporting, you really have to think about your gameplay a little bit more. You know, there's times when I've left this tractor out in the middle of the field at night, and I come in the next day to play, and I've got to walk a pretty fair distance from the house to get to the tractor because I didn't bring the tractor back to the farmhouse. So for those looking for added levels of difficulty or more levels of realism, obviously no teleport is a keeper. We've almost got a full load there. I think we can get a few more logs. So cut these up. I guess we should bump it back to 15x. I was just going to drop it to 1x for the little tour. But kind of forgot about it. And 15x is because it's fun to play at that speed. For those that haven't watched the challenge, I've kind of grown to like 15x simply because you really got to work to get stuff done in a day. And with 12-day seasons, you don't want to be doing too much in any one given day, or you're going to find yourself twiddling your thumbs for several game days. So, for example, the wheat field over there, it took me 10 game days to get the trees cleared off it before I finally had enough. Before I finally had it clear to where I could bring in the plow to plow up the field. And it wasn't until the 11th day of spring did I have. Wasn't until the 11th day of spring did we have seed in the ground. So playing at 1x speed, we could probably have easily cleared all of those trees and planted the field and everything in one day. But then what are you going to do with 11 more days of spring, other than that would probably have given you enough time to like literally clear every tree off the map. I want to nudge that one log a little straighter. There we go. So those of you in chat, what maps are you all playing as of late? There we go. I'm going to try to get a couple more on here. And then we should have 20 or so thousand in logs on the trailer. Wrong buttons. To put it on the other side. I've seen your map, Danny, and it's looking pretty good. Back up. Alright, before we run down to the shop, I want to get these cows some food. And we're going to drop our weight here. Kind of leaving all of our logging stuff over here. It's a bit easier to get to. So that's right, we're going to use a pallet fork on bales, but we're trying to stay out of debt, so we just don't need multiple forks. Let's see. One will do them. Put those over here. We left our tipper in here because I had put some grass in here to feed our cows. And partially it was to test to see if indeed grass did rot out of the tipper, which it does. This tipper had a whole lot more grass in it than it does right now. We're going to take this load down to the shop, or down to the log point, and then that's right by the shop. And while we're down there, we will, do we have our straps? Yep. While we're down there, we'll go ahead and lease up that harvester. I mean, technically we should probably wait till morning to lease the harvester, but the particular harvester I have in mind appears to be cheap enough to lease that it won't hurt us to basically have it for 2 days versus 1 day. So this log trailer is really great, but I've only managed to tip it a few times, and every time it's been right here coming onto the road. And the reason it's gotten tipped is because one of these kamikaze AI drivers just plows into the side of it and knocks it over. So that's one big reason why I'm not running the no reset mod, because I would have been caught out plenty of times with both the tractor and the log trailer on its side, and with no way of getting this tractor upright because I don't have any other tractors at this point. How you doing, JP? JP says he's getting ready to start testing hard work in 3. I don't think I know what hard work in... I don't think I know that map. So that is about the only easy part about this map, is that the log trigger has been raised, so you can literally sell things out of the trailer. So we're going to... Our harvester we're going to get is the Kloss from the mod contest. And as you see, the lease on this per day is $368. It's only $46,000. So we're going to lease this. We're going to lease up the header. And then there's a header trailer that goes with this. I've never tried the header trailer. I've actually never tried this harvester at all. So, stuff's blocked, it says. So the first thing is, it does have a hitch in the back. Oh, that's why it's blocked. I bought this service trailer and I haven't taken it back up to the farm yet. And I bought the, we were leasing this baler, but I went and bought it. And I haven't, let's have the baler reset back to the map, back to the farm. Well, no, I don't have to worry about that. Since the tractor here doesn't need to be used to pull the header, I can bring the baler back. The way I'm tackling this particular map is, since the only thing that we can grow is, or since the only animal we can have are cows, the only field I plan on actually having is the wheat field. I'm only growing wheat, obviously, to get the straw. I'm not really concerned about the grain. Let's see how I need to put this on here. All right. So I will probably plow up the other areas that are in grass right now and just put grass back in order to increase the output. But I only plan on having one real field with anything other than grass in it. If we buy other fields, right, I'm going to drive this. I'm going to hire someone from the diner. I better pull out before that truck gets here. Alright, let's make our way back to the farm. I'd be interested in seeing that map. I guess it's going to be released at some point. And when it's released, I'll probably do a video on it. That's kind of my thing, I guess. I didn't think anything could be slower than the Fords, but this sure is. It's not a bad looking harvester. I know when I was looking at this for the mod contest voting, I noticed that if you get duals, the stairs don't extend, so they kind of clip through the second wheel. But all of these fields down here, they can be bought. But they're all in grass, so there's no missions. And we're playing this map. I'm playing this map with the idea that you can't cut trees unless you own the land. So the only trees that we can cut at this point are the trees up on the upper level. Hopefully, once we've pretty much bought all the equipment we need, I think, at this point, other than a TMR mixer. And a bucket for the silage. So once we get those things, then we'll pretty much have all the equipment we need. We won't be spending any more money other than just some random things. And we'll start cutting trees to save up cash to buy additional land down here on the lower level. Alrighty. Come on in here. Now I know some other people that were playing this map had troubles with this hill. It is a steep incline. If you play with really low powered equipment, or you try to pull something really big up here, you're gonna have some power to make that hill. Thankfully, the tractor that I've selected as my main tractor for this map has I think 170 horsepower and has absolutely no problem pulling that hill with anything that we own at this point. So we are running crop destruction. I kind of got a little flack from some people on the challenge that I wasn't running crop destruction, and I was like, I've never run crop destruction, so I don't know what to do. Well, I know not to drive in the crops because obviously to destroy them, but from the standpoint of, I've just been playing how I normally play. And up to this point, I just hadn't added crop destruction to the mix. So we're gonna move into tomorrow so we have some daylight. There we go. So I tried adding the, with respect to crop destruction, I tried to add that, I like how this thing jumps when you brake. I hadn't noticed that before. So I had tried adding the script, I guess, or the add-on that prevents grass destruction. But I guess it doesn't work with the current version of crop destruction or something, because I was still seeing grass get taken out. So we're going to try course play. Well, we only have one field. And since we don't have real fields here, we kind of have to go in course play and define your own field. We're going to do this auto position. We're going to do 3 headlands just for fun. So there's where we kind of defined our course, our field. To start that way. I guess we'll eat into this. Yep, we're leaving straw down. Go. Well, take a look. So we've got narrow tires on the tractor, but not obviously on the baler. And you see it getting destroyed, or at least getting knocked down. So we're going to run back here. We're going to get our bale stacker. I'm going to hopefully get through winter and spring next year without having to buy any bales in. Oh, jeez. I couldn't be more off on getting this thing backed up. So I don't know how many bales of straw we're going to get off this field. Like I said, when I mowed this whole section and I only got 12 hay bales, I was a little disappointed at just 12 hay bales. But since we only had 12, all I needed to really do was run around with the quad the quad forks and pick them up and run them right back to the farm, or right back to the barn. So you can see we kind of ran our field out here to this dirt area. I didn't run it super close to the rock surface there, but we kind of crept it up here at this corner. Hey Scott, how you doing? Had a little mishap there with the plow. Oh, let me guess, you're full, aren't you? That's another issue with just running one tractor. But we'll soon have enough money to maybe afford a second tractor. Oops. Oh, don't tell me this tipper is too tall. Oh no. Oh no. That's awful. This thing is just a hair too tall, I think. Oh, my wheel is still turned. There we go. Well, we're just making a mess of this field, aren't we? Well, since we're not going to be able to bale while we do that because of the needing to empty, just cut some more logs up here, I guess. Keep an eye on our harvester up there and glance. Having a hard time getting the cut halo. So he's about 50% over there. We'll let him go for a little bit longer. That's probably why we're not getting the cut halo very well, is it's picking the logs underneath the stack. I try to do these normally one layer deep, but we got these doubled up. Now you're in traffic. I figured leaving that baler over there would make a problem. This is also the first time I've ever played a map where I've tried to just have one tractor. Kind of wanted to see if I could, how many hours I could rack up on a tractor. Because with seasons you only need to do maintenance now with 1.1 you only need to do maintenance once a year, and are 30 hours, engine hours. So I kind of figured that if I used one tractor I'd have to do maintenance more often, because I would get way more than 30 engine hours per game year. And that's pretty much the case, because we're working at 23 hours and we haven't even gotten through halfway through the year yet. Hey Dakota, how are you doing? Spin around here so we can empty our harvester. Get cruise control set. Now it's another thing with this particular version of this map. You'll notice there's no farm silo. There is a storage silo at the in town. In theory, one of those buildings, the building that I mentioned at the start that Old Guy Farmer was going to take out and replace, that building has collisions in it that you could tip in, but he says that those collisions are kind of messed up. So when we get a full tipper, we're going to have to run it down to the storage area in town. It's not a bad little harvester for a small field like this. with seasons play, I don't plan on ever owning a harvester because I only ever need it once a year, or maybe twice a year, depending on when, depending on if seasons comes out with the ability to actually have a true spring harvest of wheat. Because right now, if you plant, we could plant wheat back in this field once we got the field turned around as our quote winter wheat. But right now, it still wouldn't come. We still wouldn't be able to harvest it until like middle of summer. So if seasons got to the point where you could actually harvest and maybe actually get 2 crops of wheat off, that would be really cool. Or in theory, we could do winter wheat, harvest it, and then maybe put in some other crop. But at this point, we can't do that because by the time we can harvest our wheat, I guess we could put soybeans or corn in if it truly came harvested in early summer. And I guess we could maybe get 2 harvests off of a field because we could maybe harvest here, plant corn or soybeans, and harvest hopefully here, and then quickly put in wheat to pull it back off. But really, with just the need to harvest twice a year, there's really no need to own a harvester and have that maintenance all the time. For you know, if we're running 20 or 12-day seasons, that's 48 game days a year, and at 48 game days a year, only needing to harvest 2 of those game days, we really don't need to carry a harvester for 46 days of no use. We're going to wait until he comes and gets flipped around so that we can obviously unload him on the pipe. Even though he doesn't have much in him. We could probably sit here and wait for a while. So thankfully he's not destroying crops when he does that, because hired helpers don't do that anymore. Well, I just wanted to jump on and show you all this and kind of show you where I was with playing this map and things. I need to get off for now, but we'll be back on in a little bit for the Old Guy Farmers Challenge. So until then, happy farming.